Sure as hell not tomorrow. All right? Your boy's back. I am back. Now, is my chat connected by way of Restream? I have no idea. Why did that last crash happen? Unclear. I didn't look into it. But I did restart my computer, which is really the maximum allowed to me in terms of technical solutions. So I've done my best. Let's see, where were we? Oh yes, I was apologizing for the technical difficulties, which, it shouldn't be shocking. Should be understood. That's kind of to be expected. Let me just see here. Okay, cool. This is insane to me. So many issues, guys. I am back. I am returned. Is this shirt killing me? This is insane to me. All right, well, let's just tuck into it, man. I'm doing this for the peeps, but I'm also doing this because I legitimately need to prepare for some D&D content, which is happening tomorrow. So the long and the short of where we are, there's something called the Peace of the Wild that was homebrewed and introduced years ago in our campaign. But it was meant to be like a mutual agreement between sort of the wild clans. Some of them are like half human, half elf druids. Some of them are this group of monks called the Yippie. And then a couple tribes of orcs. And that more or less was brokered between giants, the wilderness, and dragons. A bit of a like, hey, we're going to stay here. You stay there. Everybody chill and cool it. And through the actions of the BBEG and the fill-in the MacGuffin plotline, this piece was broken. So there's been a ton of ripple effects. This was not really the main through line of the entire campaign, but it was a big one. And it's one that was used to justify a lot of the action. And now the party is very near the end of it. They're level 18. And they've gotten to the top of the map, more or less. They're at the spine of the world. And they're facing these orcs, the Ice Shield orcs, who are leading this charge against the dragons, against the group of creatures they feel like is responsible for breaking this peace. And it's been a pretty like epic couple sessions, if I do say so. Nothing more uncouth than like calling your own sessions epic. But the reason I say that is because, let me just see what's going on here. Sorry. Will this do it? Interesting. So I needed that. Okay, forgive me. One sec. I'll tell you what. You take a month off from streaming and it goes to hell. Goes to absolute hell. It's okay. That's fine. Okay. We'll go with that. Here we are. Forgive me as my shirt, teeth, and eyes wobble through the green screen. But a pretty epic couple sessions. The party is only 6 people deep. This army of orcs is like 200 strong, closer to like 300. They have a couple giants with them. I mean, they're not messing around. Like, they have spellcasters. They could absolutely stun on the party. The party more or less goes up and is like, hey, we want to broker a peace. Like, that's what we're here to do. That's what the history of this place is. We want to go back. We want to do that. And they more or less are led in to the middle of this orcish encampment and meet with the Storm Matron, the leader of these Ice Shields. The Ice Shields more or less are like, cool, you want to bandy with us? You want to parlay? Prove that you're worth it. And the way you prove it with the Ice Shields is their strength. So there's a one-on-one fight. The level 17 fighter versus a 6-armed orc by the name of Scorpion. And it ended up that the party got whomped. The orcish fighter was defeated. And in the aftermath, as, kind of the tank of the party has narrowly lost, the other character had 11 hit points left. The Scorpion did. But I described it as the orcs kind of taunting the party and taunting this blue dragonborn that has been a main kind of protagonist and antagonist to the orcs. And I described one of the younger Ice Shield soldiers as coming and shoving the shoulder of Glorus. And man, we have all been there. This guy that's playing Glorious is a dear friend of mine. He's been on stream a bunch. His name's Brian. He's an excellent DM. And I think he was just genuinely pretty pissed that he'd lost this one-on-one. You know, the whole party knew it was a big deal. Like, they lost their ability to negotiate. They lost respect. They lost leverage. And he was like, the orc pushed me. I pull out my sword. I attack him. And, you know, that's what went down for about 5-6 rounds until dozens of these orcs are now running over. The majority of them pulled across this icy plain towards another situation, but some of them seeing and noticing. The party cast etherealness by way of their cleric and disappear. And that's where we picked up last session, was with them all the way to the top of the world. I mean, the spine itself. And in going up there, hoping to restore and broker a peace, they unfortunately failed, right? Presented with an opportunity, they jumped at it. The dice, some of the gambles taken, didn't work out. But now, in the emotional aftermath, as they're choosing to like fight this entire army of orcs, they're like really losing and really getting battered. So they go ethereal. These orcs are up here because there's a dragon roost called the Cold Box, and that's been the whole kind of tipping point. Orcs versus dragon, party comes in, tries to broker peace, fails, and now the party in the ethereal plane is making a run for Trisiladon's lair, this dragon's lair. And I gotta be honest, like I said, this is a 4-year homebrew campaign. So to reach this point that has been discussed and talked about, yo, Foos, I'm back. I have no idea. My advice, never take a month off because it all goes to shit, apparently. But thank you for your patience. We are returned. This also cracks me up, Foos, because like I feel like I was just messaging you guys, right? And it just reminds me of some other friends where like, yeah, like I'll be Instagramming, DMing them, and then immediately needing to respond to a text they sent. I just love the layers of communication. But man, the party was basically like, hey, we're fucked. We failed. The orcs are up. They're moving in force. They're moving on this dragon. Fuck. So they go by way of the ethereal plane and get inside this lair. And man, it was really satisfying roleplay. They, years before IRL, had found a blue dragon egg stolen by the drow. They returned that to this ancient blue dragon who lives here in the Cold Box. And now they got to see a young wormling crawling up the back and spine of this electric beast. Occasionally these rivets of thunder cascading out of the mouth, down the scales, and down the back. And you would see this wormling kind of pop up, almost washing herself in these waves of lightning. And the party asked, hey, will you leave? Will you get out of here with us? And through a combination of failed nature and failed persuasion checks, which were pretty high. I mean, she's an old girl. She's not running. The dragon denied this. So the party, because they'd been fucking around, they basically had to start all over. You know, they had no resources. They had no HP. And they wanted to fight, but they couldn't, you know? And that's D&D to the core for me, man. I love it. Love it. When the party wants to do something. I don't necessarily love when they fail, but that's good too sometimes. But when they want to do something, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but they see themselves unable to do it because they didn't meter their resources well enough. That's the name of the game. So anyway, that's the recap. The party faced with the situation and sort of unsure of whether or not Trisiladon, this dragon, would even be able to hold, would like last that long. They fled north through the long neglected and cavernous tunnels of this mountainside lair, which was advised to them as eventually dipping onto a bit of dwarvish stonework and descending into the Underdark. And that's what this prep is going to be about. So bear with me, because I had a bunch of TDs. That's technical difficulties, bruh. But I have felt quite inspired moving in to make this happen. Great. This is beautiful. I love it. This was all so fun. Last 2 sessions have been incredible. I also, much like streaming, have taken a bit of a break from running this game, which even if I take like 3 weeks off, it feels enormous because of how long we've been playing, you know. But they know they're at the end of the campaign, and it's been hard to watch things not work out that we've been working towards for a long time. But it's felt very, very real, and that's super satisfying, at least to me, the DM. And in talking to the players, I think they're enjoying it too, but they are kind of bummed. So anyway, they'll be picking up in the Underdark. Another 6 hours of travel. Mostly down the dilapidated dwarvish stairs. Leads to a abruptly rising lip of rock. Juts upward at a 40-degree angle before flattening out and revealing a drop beneath. Essentially a cavernous entrance point to what would otherwise be considered tunnels or passageways of the Underdark. So, has anyone run a campaign in the Underdark? That is my first cue. I have alluded to it quite a bit. There's been a ton of references. There's been a lot of, there's been some drow combat and incursions, but more it's been kind of off screen. It's been getting updates from people across the map and saying that another waypoint, another city has fallen. And my motivation for that always was that the hells had been summoned, had almost been like motivated and moved, and were now physically rising, like threatening the land of the Underdark. And so that's always been in play for me. And I've set it up well. The party, again, I don't mean to be like, but like the party knows what's going on. But they haven't entered into the Underdark. Foos, okay, love it. But Tony visits every so often. Respect. Tony! Yeah, whenever I ran that 4-shot for a drow that was meant to be like a 4-episode thing that I streamed on Twitch. This was like 2 years ago. But the through line, the plot of those episodes took place within the world of my Tuesday campaign. And in that one, it opened in Minzo Baranzan. But he didn't really have to travel too much. Like, we kind of just rolled a couple survival checks and moved through it. But I really want to lay the landscape of what's going on here. Perception checks here. DC 16 to hear the whistling of a humanoid. Now, let's see. Should we make this drow Brandon with a Y? Which, shout out to my boy Brandon with a Y. I thought his name was Brandy Y. Actually, I thought his name was Brandon Withay. Like W-I-T-H-A-Y. Look, I am extremely fluent in English. But when reading usernames, I don't know what happens to me, man. My brain seizes up. Something happens. Something that honestly demands medical research happens. I cannot really pronounce usernames. Unless you're considerate like Fuzka and just cap it at 6 letters. You know? Pretty clear where the emphasis is. Fuzka. Brandy Withay? I could see her as a senior tax consultant, right? I digress. So they basically fled where this dragon is about to make its last stand, right? And they did so because, or the dragon wouldn't leave because it had been returned an egg. And this egg was burrowed within this room of like almost like spun glass and sand. For a dragon, a blue dragon's lair is that. It's pretty much like sand and glass and the polished effects of lightning living in a space for ages and ages. But this egg is burrowed within it, and it hasn't hatched yet, and she's not willing to leave it. So they left. They headed north. They pressed into where this cavern is. And now what I really want to focus on more than anything is showcasing like the non-military side of the drow, and to also really provide some information on why the drow are heading upward, or heading to the surface. So let's do it. I don't think we make this Brandon. I think this is Tiramore. Terramore. Late 200 drow farmer. Now this is actually like, this actually kind of pisses me off because, well, it was a small bit, but this was touched on in Critical Role, and I think it's a great point. It's always been how I viewed the drow as living. But the idea that most of their farming is like fungal, is almost like moss and lichen, and instead of grass, it's like huge stretches of, you know, mossy retained growth, that kind of thing. So I want to make that true of him. Like, he's more of like a moss guy. Moss grower. Several acres. This is funny. Several acres of fine mossy shale. Seems much as different in the Underdark, but some things are the same. Shoulder length. Pale brown hair. Glowing white skin. And extremely white teeth. Has a scar across the bridge of his nose. Of his too large nose. That's not, I'm not trying to punk on Terramore, but his nose is too big. Sorry, we just decided. Yo, Evie, let's go, baby girl. Was Mom's birthday? Heck yeah. Happy birthday, Evie's mom. Respect. You know, just to like share, and this is not to like make it about me, truly I wish your mother happy birthday, Evie. And thank you for coming through. But man, having this baby has made me so much more appreciative of my parents. If only the fact that like, yo kids, what up? If only for the fact that like, you know, my parents weren't perfect, and like there's a, you know, we definitely had some things, but man, like they took care of me, you know, like I was eating, I was loved, I wasn't put in any compromising situations. So happy birthday, Evie's mom. Kids, thank you, man. It's been crazy. Waylon has been wild. I'm still figuring out what his class is, but I think he's either a monk or like an arcane trickster rogue. I know. That would be trouble. We shall wait and we shall see. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys coming through. Yeah, you got to punk. When the time to punk comes, you got to punk them. Okay, so this is what's going to be going on. They have not made it to the Underdark yet. They've seen a lot of drow soldiers. They've seen a drow elite warriors, spellcasters. They know the drow have access to the list of names and can thus have some impact over the hells themselves. But have they seen the actual common man of the drow? No. And that's what this is about. So they'll come to this like break, which is almost like an overhang over an intersection of Underdark roads or passageways. And with a successful perception check, they will see Terramore. They'll probably like accost him or like immediately cast Hold Person or something, and then just start beating him with sticks. But he's not a fighter. He's a moss farmer, you know? So he's chill. I think he's sort of like a Gerard Depardieu, like, please do not hurt me. It is not possible for me to tell you everything you would like to know, but if you would give me some space, some time, maybe I could. You tickled me and it hurt my ribs. Okay, let me just, I love Depardieu. Depardieu for it. Do-esque. Big and burly Frenchman, big and burly. And extremely French. I am extremely French. I teach theater to elementary and middle school kids. And when we work on tableau, I love just being, kids, I love how good you are. Oh, it definitely sounds Spanish. I know. The Spanish would be a bit more rounded, yes? It would be a bit more brusquer, no? Rolling like that. To make it French, it must be a bit the oohs and the ohs and the kind of the bigs, right? It cannot be, yeah? It's so hard for me because I have spent a ton of time in France, but hear way more Spanish. So that's a fair critique. But I'd say they're neighbors. And their landlord is Italiano. Okay, big and burly and extremely French. He is chill. Chill dude. Wife and 2 daughters, you know? Very surprised to see these people. I think maybe even the first surface dwellers, right? Something like that. We'll feel that out. Probably the last or first he's seen. We'll see what they do. He is on his way. Tiramore is on his way. Is about 45 minutes from making it back to the village. What's the name of this drow village, guys? I don't know a ton about the stinking drow. You know, I'm not crazy about that. Sometimes it's hard for me because I'm like, let's just go and let's just completely make something up, right? I have no problem with that. Is this shirt too green? It might be. Let's try this. I've made this mistake before. Insomnia, you bastard. Yeah, what is with my camera's green screen? I don't know. Evie, I have no idea. What is with it? What is with the fact that when you don't stream for a month, you come back? Oh, God, that did not help at all. Alack. Well, bummer. I am streaming like much later than I normally do, but that shouldn't change it too much. That's much better, huh? Cool. Well, we'll just keep doing it, and then the light will keep changing, and we'll just keep adjusting it. But I hope for the next 7 minutes, it works. Okay, I don't need to dive into the blue layer yet, but I bring this up because I could very easily see my party changing their mind and turning around to go back and fight alongside this ancient blue dragon, which I fully expected them to do. I was shocked when they didn't. But nonetheless. Cool. So this guy's going to be about 45 minutes away from his little village. What I was going on before we all got green screened was I'm sometimes torn because I feel very proficient. I enjoy creating names, generating fake names, titles, locations. But I also enjoy just stealing shit like from the established lore of the Forgotten Realms, you know? And so there's stuff like with the drow where there's so much out there. I'm like, should I just steal this? Like, do I need to go and change it? I don't think I do. So should I? But then I do. So what should we call it? Back to the village of Garek. That feels right to me. Just like Derek, but it's Garrick. Excuse me, have you met my oldest son, Garrick? Oh my gosh, Insomnia, I love you, dude. Truly, I love you. I was so glad I caught the end of that Cthulhu. I was so exhausted. I'd actually just woken up and felt like I was on ecstasy. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, where am I? Let's party. So I was glad to know that Tom and Thea is still alive. You know what? I think you're absolutely right about that. Call it baguette. Shut up. Ah, Kits, that's hilarious. Honestly, it's the town of Baguette. That's funny as fuck. You guys are such idiots, and I love it. The second nearest village. Then this should be like cheese or something. You know what I mean? Let's just call it fromage, huh? That's so stupid. All right, let's do it. Let's call this fromage. You know what? One of his daughters is named Garrick. Garrick is getting used. Yes, this is my dashing drow daughter, Garrick. Garrick-thi. Kierathigole. Wow. Kierathagol? Kierathagol. I like that. Yes, that works. No, agreed. It was. That's the main one. Because I think of Feliogrin. I love that. Oh, you bastards. Evie, I can't tell if like I'm missing the joke. You know what I mean? Well, I know Minzo Baranzan for sure. And they've like, I've established Minzo Baranzan. I feel like I have a good little like packet I ripped from Silver Marches, more or less, that gives me a great feel for Minzo. And I've run a little bit of session there. But this, I'm just trying to build out the Underdark. You know what I'm saying? It's the town of Fish Soup. Okay, Tiramore's about 45 minutes from making it back to the village of Fromage. It's so stupid. I'm going to do it. I don't care. It is a place that is as difficult to pronounce as it is to eat. It is Fromage. It is big and it is stinky, but it is my home. Okay, so this is more to just like introduce them. Once they get back to Fromage, the light extends around the corners of the passageways much earlier than Terramore is used to. That's not a good sign. For to the drow, too much light is as dangerous a sign as too much darkness on the surface. I like that. Let's talk about analogies. A city built mostly out of stone, running around the length of a 2-mile long cave, now glowing with the licking flames of the rising hells. And I just want to like showcase what's going on. Like I want these guys to come back and see like Bakersfield in the California equivalent has been overrun by Russians. I don't know. That's like the 1981 equivalent, although time is a flat circle, you know? Evie, okay, got it. I'm literally just smashing sounds together into feasible names, agreed. Feliogrin, I love. That sounds like an elvish blade. My name is Kierathagol. You killed my father. He died of cheese. Cheese names make a lot of sense, though, since most cheese is named after where it was. Yes, let's go, Evie. That's a great counter. I think Kits and Insomnia would be on board with that. Oh my gosh. Why are you getting a little sleepy, Evie? I love it. That's what I'm doing for my campaign. There's only so many reasonable sounds with eh. Kits, where are you running this campaign, dude? Is this homebrew only or what's going on? Or off-stream only, rather? I know you are, brother. I know. By the way, how many cigarettes are left? The last time we saw Timothy, he was burning one. I love a good cigarette fight. You know, you're absolutely right. So much of it is about intonation and patterns like that. Shut up. Shut up. Wait, what am I missing? .uk, cool. Dude, did I just get hacked? Did Insomnia just backdoor me? I've been hacked. Insomnia, you hacked me, dude. What the fuck? Great, man. You got me super pumped to read Kit's work. That you bastard. How dare you? I love you. All right. Well, I was very excited. I was so ready to go so deep on that. Kids, I love you. I would love to see you run a game, dude. That's awesome. Okay. So now it's glowing with licking flames, rising hells. It is a, the screaming of Drow now becomes dominant in what was previously muted, a muted rumble. You see devils moving about the space. The long, licking lashes of a hellish whip. It's tough because of the human rights intonations that come along with bringing up a whip. Let's tread carefully here. But there is something so evil about a whip. My wife just walked in. Yes, babe? We're talking about whips. Okay, well, you can either come in here and chill with me until the green screen puts out, or you can let me do my whips thing. Oh, I love you, baby. Okay, Insomnia, you got me very good on that. Lesson learned. Never click on a link that Insomnia has supplied. That is so good. It's like, bro, he found all of my audition tapes, and he is releasing them on 4chan. How dare he? Oh, my gosh, you got me very good on that. Okay, I'm not clicking on foosgaroo.net. Although, Kits, clearly, there's an audience of one that's here for your work. One of the settings typically includes consonant, vowel, consonant, diphthong, yes. I like that. Cathakis. Sulabak. These all sound like names that Jabba the Hutt would call his lovers. All right. You see devils moving out the space, the long licking lashes of a hellish whip. A pit fiend rises to lay claim over this new space. Terramore is absolutely terrified, but rips into action. Oh, dude, he's got to save his daughter, Garrick. Garrick! No, it is not. I must save my daughter. Garrick, please. Garrick, no. It's hard to get like emotional and real in a scene whenever the daughter's name is Garrick, but that's the way I challenge myself. My daughter. My bloom. Okay. So then it'll basically be like, this is what's going on. Shabba beep, shabba boop. There was something else I had that I wanted to establish. Oh, yeah, just in general. Like, the drow have pushed to the surface because of the absence of options. The threat comes from below. That leaves One Direction. Ooh, One Direction reference. That leaves One Direction. Should I capitalize One Direction? No. No, I'm not going to. Okay, cool. I like this. Insomnia, I am actually clicking on that one. Names.com is a domain, however. So joke's on you, dude. Joke's on you. And whoever owns names.com. 2 points. You guys are so good. Oh my gosh. That's so true, kids. Evie, you're killing it. Okay, so a major one that sounds like it's in a U.S. city. Well, the problem is, like, I feel like a lot of the ones we'll come up with will actually be cities. Grider. Bassett. I'm just spitballing. I have no idea if these are cities. They sound like them, though. They sound like cities in Texas, to be honest. Bassett. New Keraton. Only Peloton instructors can live there, though. Normal Kits. That's a great name. Insomnia, shut up. I'm sorry I said it. Shut up. I love that. It's like I stole 2 of your channel points whenever I backdoored you. Like I'm trying to Metropolis Gotham it. Okay, great. Vector? How about you just call it Detroit? You know what I'm saying? Is it really? Kits, one of the ones I said is? That's hilarious. You know, Evie, these are close. Gotham. What about Bend? What about Bastion? Normal is, I love it. That's so good. Normal, Illinois. That's hilarious. Okay, I believe it. Sorry, I got to change up my vibes. Got to change up the vibes, guys. That's good to know. I did not know that. I love stuff like that, though. I mean, I love how many Paris, Paris, Illinois, Paris, Texas, Paris, New York. Like, there's so many Parises, but only one Paris. You know what I mean? Okay, so this is pretty much what I'm looking for, and I feel good about what's being set up. The only thing, let me see what I got. Recap, what would drive the drow, got it. Build map, got it. Okay. So let's get this map going because, you know, basically what I'm hoping happens is they come across Terramore and they don't kill him. I mean, I don't think they will. It's one dude and like a wagon full of moss. You know what I mean? But who knows? They're D&D players. They might just kill him and then speak with dead later. You know what I'm saying? So if that happens, it happens. But I think they'll probably chop it up. They might intimidate him. He'll be easy to intimidate. It won't matter. And then they'll make it back to Fromage. And as they do, they'll see the literal effects of the Hells. I think the fact that drow know, it is known that the drow truth seekers hold a partial list of true names. Rumors swirl that the names have been traded to a surface dweller. This is just to like kind of rub it in the party's face. Paragraph. What else did I have? Oh. Oh, right. Well, while the militia and brass seek a truce, the smaller towns and villages of the Underdark are being pulled under. Does not sound chill, my bro. Does not sound chill. Does not sound chill. Okay, Evie, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting flashbacks of whenever... Okay, no, sorry. Go do your thing. New Bastion. I think that actually works. But I'm getting flashbacks of whenever I built out a really cool encounter. Again, in my opinion, a cool encounter for the 9 Hells. And then the party entered, stayed an hour, talked to the initial person, and then bamfed out of hell. So that could very well happen again. I hope not, but who knows. But let's see, what would... Well, I feel good about that. Let's see if there's like Underdark city map. Let's just see like what is out there, huh? What about Underdark village? I don't really want a city. What we got? Well, some of these just look like dark maps. This could work. Huh, I like this. Oh, wait a minute. I do want them to come across... There was a mushroom trap. Some beautiful iridescent mushrooms that are carnivorous. So this would be... Okay, wait. Well, that's fun. Lip of rock. There we go. Anyone in a 20-foot radius. Make a con save. We'll make it 15. Or take 8d8 poison damage. And be poisoned for 8 hours. Again, they're level 18. You know what I mean? Fuck them. Like at this level, it's just like... Now, drow down and dirty. At this point, you think that I think that none of the links are real. But I know that drow down and dirty is in fact an adult website. So no, I'm not going to click, dude. Not with Waylon in the house. Mischievous matron mothers? Okay, don't get me started. Threw away my teen years on mischievous matron mothers. And no regrets. Okay, so I like the idea of a mushroom trap. This is similar to what Calder saw beneath Sundabar. And again, for me, and I don't know if this is just an insecurity. I don't really think it is. I think it's fun and ups the investment and the immersion. But the more I am able, even if it's like not that direct, but the more I'm able to call back and reference previous anything that took place, the more cohesive my campaign feels. And I think that players like that. I, as a player, love that. Whenever there's like, oh, that was the dude? Wait a minute. He has the same like sigil that we saw on the dead body of the guard from session 1? What the fuck? Like that kind of stuff, if done right, is extremely immersive, again, to me. So I'm just going to do that as a callback. Calder knew he was in the Underdark. He knew he messed with mushrooms. I just want to kind of connect those dots. Okay, this feels good to me. They'll be heading into the Underdark. They'll go down the stairs. There's a mushroom trap. They'll continue on. They'll get to this intersection. They'll either perceive Tiramore or they'll come across each other, and maybe I'll make them roll for initiative, and they might kill him, which would be hilarious. He'd be like, oh, he's unarmed. Please do not. And he's dead. And then where does my session go? I have no idea. But if they do make it to Fromage, they will see a drow village in chaos. They will see fire and death and the rising flames of hellish intention. And we'll see what they do. So let's get some maps set up because I never know what is going to happen. Some of these are lovely. What do we think, guys? Oh, by the way, I have a Spectrum audition out, or commercial out, guys. Kids, that's so good. Honestly, there's never a bad time for Alex to stroll in here, you know? Who knows? Who knows? Air tasty sourdough? Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. I'm getting these like Intuit things. But no, keep your eye out. You're absolutely right, Evie. It's time. Get the starter out, babe. We're making muffins. This is gorgeous. Now, of course, neither one of these really feels like a city or a village. This one does a little bit more. We'll go with this. All right, cool. I like this. No. Can you guys see the drop downs? If so, spoiler alert. If not, cool. As it should be. Drow village of Fromage. It is a village of fromage. Wait. Damn. It is such a modern conundrum to be stuck trying to download something and it only downloads as a stinking web page. Release the goods. Okay, so that's one. We'll build that out. This is a very cool map, but I don't... Underdark, vibey map. I'll just save it. Who knows? Why not? And since, of course, that won't work, let me just screenshot it. Okay, cool. Now let's get one more map and then we'll build it out. Now, I know what you're thinking. Carpe, another map? What the F? Why in the F? F, F, F. Oh, can you not? Okay, I'm sorry. I'll pull them up. Do they not? My wife has made sourdough muffins. But you're saying that by inherently it being a muffin, it cannot... Feel free to break that down for me, because I'm interested. You got a bread boy. You know, thank you for that, Foos. I'm not necessarily... I mean, I'm interested in any Underdark references that have been helpful to anyone. Let's say that. But I'm more looking for, like, what looks like a small drow, like, village, town, something that doesn't seem like a huge build-out. I feel pretty good about that first one we snagged. But if anyone has any, or especially ones that have worked for you, Drowlicious Delights, that seems like a subscription service or a mail-order bride organization. And either way, I'm in. You make sourdough rolls. Azzy, my boy. Welcome. The rumors of my death were greatly exaggerated. It's actually the opposite. I was bringing in a life. How are you, Azzy? Happy Wednesday. The party is going into the Underdark, and we are prepping some maps for that. Oh, yeah, but let me just explain. The reason I want to get a second map, specifically a Blue Dragon map, is because, dude, the party is so wishy-washy. You know what I mean? I know as soon as I prep for the Underdark, they're going to begin the session by being like, you know what? I feel bad we didn't go and save Trisiladon. Should we go back? Should we go back and help her, bro? And then as my blood pressure absolutely spikes, they go, John, is that cool? You didn't, like, plan a bunch of stuff, did you? No, not at all, dude. Not at all. That's not what a DM does. No, never. That's not precisely why and what I stream. No. No. All right, this looks cool. Now, this is actually kind of badass. What kind of carrots are you making, Azzy? I'm thriving, dude. Feeling really good. Ton of technical difficulties. It's all good, though. We back. Yeah, the green screen. Sorted. Fake names. Got them. Insomnia. Spamming me with phishing links. That's how you know we're really getting going. All right? Anytime Insomnia starts fishing for personal information, I'm interested. I'm peaked. Okay, I'm sure that modern stuff you can make sourdough muffins. Okay, copy. But muffins are intended to be quick bread so that you don't have to proof them. Ah, interesting. I love being specific about stuff like that. That's very cool to me. Like a traditional muffin, absolutely adore. Like, prefer that to an English muffin 7 days out of the week. But these sourdough, maybe I should have said that. They're English muffins, not muffins. You know what I mean? But these sourdough English muffins, my wife made them, and she made them almost like silver dollar. Like, they were quite petite, and I fucking loved it. Small items that you eat just means you eat more of them. That's a win. That's a win when you're going for the serotonin release of chewing and swallowing, like I am. But you can make one that's more bread-like than cake-like and make it with a sourdough starter. I should have said English muffin, Evie. Whoa. I don't see the auto mod on the restream. Hold up. Searching. Approaching. 1 moment. Stand by. Bro, batshit insane? Batshit insane is fine. That's in. Got your back, Azzy. There we go. Wild magic sorcerer, vampire, and he is just that. Batshit insane. Okay, I like it. So it's a sorcerer, and it says Dampier, but is that meant to be vampire, or is Dampier something I don't know about? Thank you. I'll hang up and listen. Oh, shoot. Okay, cool. Hold up. This is one of my favorite tracks. Okay, so we're going to use the dragon lair because this is gorgeous. Like, how can we not? Tricilodon treasure room. That is beautiful and I love it. Oh, sorry. Do we know who the artist is on this? This is gorge to me. Let's see. Map hammer, huh? Huh. This is great. This is awesome. Okay, I like it. However, I need more layer adjacent stuff. This is sick. That might be it. This is also very sick. Okay, these are great. These are good options. So what do we look for in a battle map, right? For me, it's typically one of a handful of things. One is just like, is it dope? Like, is it visually pleasant? You know what I mean? The second thing, of course, is how well does it fit with the story I'm actually telling, right? And that can be kind of an iffy thing. I mean, I'm a very creative dude. I homebrew a lot of stuff. I have only made probably 3 or 4 maps in my life. Part of that is because I kind of suck at making them. But the other reason is because some people are very, very good. So why not just use the powerful aggregate known as JI, that's John Intelligence, to search for some dope-ass maps? These are insane. Like, all of these are absolutely bongos. All right, what do we like the most? I'm going to go through and we'll vote. I think it's got to be this. God damn. Okay, let's see what is said and what's what. I'm so sorry. All these Shopify ads are killing me. Insomnia, you rascal. You are so kind to me with your map hookups. Foos, that's how I feel, right? And not even to like, Dampier are half vampires? What the fuck? Azzy, how did I not know that? That's insane. Yes, Root, I'm sorry. I dipped out hard. I dipped out hard. I dipped out like the U.S. in the 84 Olympics. We out. But I came back in 88. That's what's important. Appreciate your patience. Rude, I love you, dude. Did you know that a Dampier, am I pronouncing that right? A Dampier or Dampier? Why is it DH? Like, where does that come from? Is that from Masquerade? Anyway, I like it. I'm pissed I've never heard of it because it's cool, you know? Mix between the Mad Hatter and Alastor from a Has-Been Hotel. Okay, rad. That sounds dangerous. Quite spicy. Sounds like this guy knows where to get drugs, right? Like he'll be in a conversation with you and strike like 17 JoJo poses casually. Oh, Azzy, okay, this sounds like I'm at a rave in New Jersey. I've met this guy. Got it. Dude, for sure. In Foos, that's what I was in the middle of saying. Honestly, I will do that on Patreon. I don't do that enough. But what I go out of my way to do, and this is not to be like, oh, but I do like to just give them credit, right? Like, some of these maps are fucking sick. So this is Map Hammer, I guess. Let's just see what else they do, because I'm sure it's a ton of dope stuff. Oh my god, cool. This guy's doing all kinds of dragon stuff. This is rad. All of these are rad. Dude, you're a absolute stud, Map Hammer. Yikes, what's the difference? Just the sizing? What's different between these? The shadow? I have no idea. Maybe it's just repost. This is incredible. Okay, well, we could spend all day on this guy's page. He's very good. This is cool. Cool image. You guys can see this, right? Yeah. Cool image, but I can't really use that as a battle map. This is dope, though. I like it. Fuck, maybe I can. This is very cool. Insomnia. This reminds me of Cthulhu. Which, by the way, The more I listen to Dan, the more I fucking love his style, dude. Okay, well, I'm pulling up the Discord right now. Let me see here. Okay, let me double check here. More just like vampire blood. Got it. Okay, thank you for kids. Thank you, Azzy. Got it. Undead ancestry. Copy that. Cool. Vampire is a hierarchy class of vampire. They're the lowest level of true vampire, just above non-vampire servant. Look at that. Root. That is the knowledge bomb I needed. Fun characters. Hated by both sides. Rad, get in here. Sorry about the disappearing act, dude. I'm an amateur magician. No, you nailed that. Okay, look at this. Balkan folklore. I knew it had to be some, like, you know, Central European shit. Dampier, thank you. Thank you for spelling it phonetically. Dampier. Dampier. Is that breathy enough? Okay, we've got it. Ah, Balkan folklore. There we go. Etymology. Okay, Dampier is an Albanian word borrowed from the Slavic vampire. Yikes. I didn't know they were getting down like that in Albania. Superficially, it seems to derive from the Greg Albanian words dam, tooth, and pier, to drink. Tooth drinker. You don't say. Okay, there's a child in the house, guys. We're not going to go down that dark, dark road. I will say this is dope. Let's just real quick, just, no. Well, I want to follow this guy, right? Yes, there we go. Following him. Let's go. That's a cool map. I might come back for that. A cave goblin? I'm sorry. Is that a tiny man sitting on a tiny throne? These are all very cool. But this just isn't quite it, right? Like, this is cool. This is not an ancient blue dragon's lair. Again, very fucking cool. Now, says Peku, they just advertised on Critical Role. Did they not? Anybody else catch that? Like, that blew my mind. Really? Is that all the options we have, y'all? Okay, if they pull into here, I feel good about using that map. We'll just have to play with that. We'll have to figure it out. We'll move around. Yeah, that desert pyramid was sick. Oh my gosh, I forgot about you, Insomnia. Oh, you were so good. Cornelius Madison, has he? Get out of here. Cornelius? Waving his arms around before dramatically leaning forward with his arm in front of him, waiting for you to shake his hand. Got it. So this dude is like a classically trained clown that has the heart of a devil. I'm there. I'm there, dude. I'm peeking. I didn't see about the, but they're amazing. Okay, great. Underdark layer. Why not? Well, I need a drag. Like, this is something different. I feel good about the Underdark map. I'm getting the Blue Dragon map because I could see my party after completely deviating, 180ing within the first 10 minutes of the session and be like, you know what? We should go save the dragon. So I just want to be kind of prepped for that. But you're right. Let's do, how about we just search in battle maps and search Blue Dragon? Now this is actually fucking rad. Because this is all sand and glass. I love this. Oh, this is, says Peku again. This is so beautiful. Let's do it. Yeah, this is cool. Now what I might do here, is that a web? Golly, these kill me. Crazy. Okay, fine. You rascals. You rascally rascals. What I might do is see if I can change this a little bit more bluish. Just to see. Because I love the fact it's sand. And I know obviously like lightning and glass and sand, that's very Blue Dragon. But where this dude is living, where it's located, is so far north that it needs to feel colder. You know what I'm saying? This is very clearly desert, which makes sense. I get it. But I need it to be more than that. Okay, guys, 2 seconds. We're almost there. We're almost home. This is crazy. What is going on? I cannot make heads or tails of this. Okay, screw it. Screw it. We got what we need. We have enough options. We have enough options, all right? Photopia. Foos, you are killing me. Oh, I need to go to Discord. Okay, I'm about to do that. I'm about to do this. Oh, that's it, Foos? I love you. That's hilarious. Electric Layer Gold Horde. This is great. Okay. I'm so sorry. I was so far back on these. Azzy, that is a great idea. Okay, Underdark Layer. I still might do that. Fuzka, I see it as like similar like rock, but like dark rock. Shale. Veins of ice, to be honest. Like this is a dragon that's made his lair on top of the world, more or less. Beyond that, I feel like I have the horde. Like I have the map that has the treasure. We can use that. So I just like the fact that there's tons of like levels, pillars, sight lines, elevation changes, etc. We have some good options, and I'm going to open the Discord, but let me just catch up on this real quick. Yeah, agreed, Evie. He's like the Jester vibes, except he's completely fucking insane. He's actually a chaotic evil character. Okay. Trigger warning. But instead of wanting to watch the world burn, he'll dump kerosene on himself and sprint around to spread the fire. Foos, I love the timing of that. Says Peku. Oh, that's it. Got it. Foos, that is so rad. Yeah, I think this is the one. I thought blue dragons were common to arid and desert regions. They are. The reason Trisilodon lives in the cold box, that was this white dragon's lair, essentially. When they died, Trisilodon became one of the last dragons alive. So it was almost like moving into the White House kind of thing. Not that they even necessarily wanted to. It was more a symbolic gesture. And then they've now been there like 800 years. He won't actively try to hurt people who are nice to him, though. Great. He just wants to burn himself. I like that, Azzy. Honestly, Sorcerer is a great, great class to play for like a matchstick like that. You know? Appreciate that, Rad. Yeah, I think that one's going to work. I think that one's going to work. This one is beautiful, but that's not it. Okay. Let me just double check and I'll drop it in. So, just so I understand, Foos, do you have variations of this map? Alternatively, I know you guys can't see this. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to see if it'll work. Is it cheeky to, like, edit someone else's map? You know what I mean? Hold up. I got it. I'm getting closer. Shoot, no, I'm not. This is awful. I'm trying to like play with like the temperature and the colors and stuff, and it is absolutely not working. Okay. Okay, that's a journey for another day. What's that? Says Peku is way better at making these maps than I am at ruining them? You don't say. I'm trying to edit the color of it, Root. I'm trying to like change it so it's a little bit more blue, you know? Evie, is Photopia an editing software? Ah, ha, ha, ha. Load it into Photopia, then click on the tab. Okay, Azzy, copy that. Incredible. Okay, Evie, let's do that. Oh, I absolutely do, Azzy. I actually feel like I knew that phrase before I could even speak. My gosh, Foos, thank you so much. No, I do it all the time. Okay, great. Okay, hue saturation copy. Yeah, okay, exactly. Yo, guys, I have some maps for sale. Okay, let's go. I'm on my way. Let me open them. Here I go. I'm in Discord. Oh, Lord. Foos, these are awesome. That's sick. Shit, that feels way better. Shoot, is this the same one? But, oh, this is, okay. Foos, let me just apologize. Because for the past 5+ minutes, you've had the solution. You've been trying to tell me that you have it. And I have been ripping and trying and failing at my own photo editing. Let me just show you what Foos said, because it is the solution. And honestly, I'm kind of upset that nobody else sent me any maps. Particularly you, Insomnia. You're normally good at that. And you didn't. I don't know why. You could have sent me some maps, dude. You could have been a bro. Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Okay, this is it. Give me a break, man. Let me just throw it up so we can all see it. This is the answer. I will still go to Photopea and mess around on that because I would like to have access to that. This is a cool... I can't get over how cool that is to me. That is fun, but that's not what I'm looking for. It's too busy. I don't know what's going on with that map. Okay, let me show you what Foos has dropped onto the tabletop here. This is it. This is the answer that we seek. Right? The whole time. The whole time. Insomnia, you couldn't step up? You couldn't send me a fucking map, dude? Come on. Foos, thank you. The last one is different. Okay, great. You guys are like, please, Carpe. Please stop rambling. The solution is there. The only thing is that I'm just not used to how different the stats are for a full caster. Dude, I feel ya. My Bard is 14 AC. It's tough to live that way. I mean, obviously, shield can help. I think it's just got to be a big tactics shift, Azzy. You know what I mean? Hopefully, it can like become a role play and a tactics thing. You guys are so good. You know, let's just see. Let's just see if Insomnia sent me anything. Let's just check. I've got 10 messages. None of them are maps. Oh, shit, all of them are. Bro, these are incredible as always. Okay, I'm not going to show you all of them because we don't need to do all of them, but some of these are really sick. I mean, these are rad. Is this supposed to be the Underdark? Look at this, guys. How vibey is that? No. I meant shield the spell. Dang. Okay, Insomnia. You're out of the doghouse, baby boy. And back onto the couch. Both these are so cool. I love, Foos, you had the answer the whole time. You're like, literally what you're doing, I already have. Shit, a lot of these are rad. Look at this. This is very cool. Okay, you guys have given me a lot to do. We have a ton of maps. I know she said she had it. I missed it, okay? I was moving too quick. You guys are heroes. Let's move into the final stage. Here it is. I'm pinching it with my hands. It's so hard for me to do. There it is. An Emmy-worthy intro, guys. We're going for an Emmy. Not an Oscar. Definitely not a Tony. Yeah, I'll tell you what. If anyone ever wanted to at least confirm that streaming is hard for me, today was the day. Today was the day. The first time I tried to stream, didn't work. I did nothing but restart my computer. It then worked. Insomnia, unfortunately, backdoored me. He hacked my computer through some malicious malware links. Take it up with him. But I think he wrote some sort of back-end code that like corrupted my green screen in the filter that operates on my Nexigo camera. Because I was kind of having all kinds of fucking problems. Yeah, Trills, don't encourage him. Don't encourage him, Trills. No, you can. I just have to vet them first, and I don't want to open them for the first time on stream. This was good, though. We have the maps. I'll build some of them out off stream. I have all the assets and the actual icons. I feel good about both presenting them with the Underdark, and then, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I might end up using this guy. This was cool. Where are we? Hold up. I might use this. This feels so drow-esque to me. The tents throw me off a little bit. But the vibe and the texture is excellent. Okay, we got some good options to figure out. We'll work on that. Let's win an Emmy, guys. Let's win an Emmy. Session 143, cool. Okay. Man, I really wish you guys had seen the last two sessions because they were juicy. Strange times when the most singularly powerful creature, a beast that in a realm of direct comparison, direct one-on-one comparison, has no equal. An ancient blue. An ancient dragon. Trisiladon. The misery in blue. Yet miserable no longer? A young hatchling. A wormling by the name... What did I name her? Vaterist. Vaterist the Next. I liked it. I had to think of it at the time, but like a lot of the dragons like Reltirion, Trisiladon, Cryon, you know? I guess I probably should have gotten more creative. But Vaterist just felt like it worked within that realm. And a second egg burrowed within her chambers of glass. Not yet hatched, but days from it. To hear the dragon, this is from it, it would seem. It would seem. I like this. Yes, Vogel. And I've had much wine. Vogel, pour us up. Let's go. Root, I did not. Yet. I didn't find myself yet, bro. The time will come where I will hog-tie my avatar. Put your money on it. I'm not going to go get the shirt, but I did have a Western-style shirt on today before the green screen went to hell. And that was to set a tone of Operation Hogtie. Ask me in a week. All right? Ask me in a week. Carpe likes the weirds. That's so good. Nice try. About electricity charge colder that burns in a different way. Ah, yes. I love it. I love that, Evie. Let's work that in. The air hums with a vibrancy and potential only possible from the actual living conduit of that which also races through a blue dragon's veins. Lightning, thunder, the storm itself. It would seem as a storm gathers outside the cold box that one gathers inside as well. I will not leave my brood. 2 millennia have I lain within this cold box. I will not flee. I will not leave the last of my brood. Keep it coming, Evie. I love that. So what I'm kind of just pausing. I want to catch up on chat, and then I'm going to dive back into this. Man, I like my intros to be like kind of dramatic, I guess, but more like get the emotional energy of where we left off and where I want to begin. And dude, I'm not gonna lie, the party was at odds. Some were like, we should stay and fight for this dragon, and if we die, we die. You know? They were legit like, that's a pretty good way to go. And then other people were like, man, I've got siblings and a wife. Like, I've got something to live for. You know what I mean? Let's get out of this. Let's figure out a solution, and let's keep our heads up. Vogel, where did you get all the wine? Been having a watch party. Let's go. Pour the wine, girl. Bless me, for I have sinned. All right? Yeah. Spill some tea and spill some wine. Yeah, exactly. Answer the first question first, and then answer the second question. Interesting. I've never played a sorcerer full time. You know, I feel that. In my estimation as a DM, and give me your thoughts, Azzy, and anyone else, I think Foos, you played a monk. But it seems to me that monks get a lot of key. Like, you don't really get it back. And I guess maybe you're more narrow in how you can use it. But in my estimation, like, I don't know. At least whenever I'm running campaigns for monks, they're stunning everybody. They're like, I open the door, and you know what? I make it a stunning strike. I'm like, how do you have that many key? What's going on? So feel free to expound on that, Azzy. I've never played a monk. I don't know. I drank it. Sorry. In Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Let's go. Oh, that's so good. Hey, being Jake is a good place to be. People like whiskey, dude. My favorite thing to pair is whiskey. Grigio's so good. I am actually going to click on this one, Insomnia. You fucking bastard. I trusted you, dude. I trusted you. And the chat trusted you. And you lied to us. You lied to us, dude.
I'm the man up in this piece.
You don't do that to the man up in this piece. All right, open another bottle of Grigio. Pour none for Insomnia. And let's move on. Oh, my goodness. The marsh water. Evie's so true. Okay, so that key is fast training. Do you get key back on a short rest? Okay, fair enough, Azzy. What is the demarcation? Like, it's not double your proficiency or anything like that, right? It just stacks. Agreed. 3 points. Oh my god. You know what? I'm going to trust you on that one, Azzy. It feels to me like they are constantly stunting. Like, at all times, they're stunting. By the way, these ice spikes are where the dwarven fighter was pressed up and driven onto. It's fucking sick. All right. A broken truce. A prophecy unfulfilled? And the pressing need that somehow drives their heels further from the surface. Strange. the twisting tide of war and the long-lasting wake it leaves. What say the drow of the surface dwellers? The lurkers, as they call them. And what say the orcs of the dragons? And say the dragons anything of the lands of men? You have pressed to the spine of the world. Requested parley and received it. And started a fight. You couldn't win or finish. Now, having stepped into and out of the ethereal plane, you found Trisillidon faced with a fight she also could not win, but would not leave. And ragged and bruised, depleted of will and resource, you headed north. You ehaded north into the darkness of Trisillidon's lair. Its lair. And the beginnings of the Underdark. Okay, I like this. I'm going to read this and then I'll catch up on chat real quick. Strange times when the most singularly powerful creature, a beast that in a... You know what, I love this music, but this is not the music I would play to open this, so hang on. Oh, I can hear Waylon crying. Hold up. No, this is not it. Hang on. No. Play the song, you rascal. There it is. All right. Let's see how this hits us. Strange times. When the most singularly powerful creature, a beast that in a realm of direct one-on-one comparison has no equal, an ancient dragon, Trisillidon, the misery in blue, yet miserable no longer. I never got there. And yet, is faced with a foe she cannot best. A young hatchling, a wormling by the name of Vaterus the next, and a second egg burrowed within her chambers of glass, not yet hatched, but days from it. But from her own telling, days from hatching. Days that Trisillidon might not have left. The air hums with a vibrancy and a potential only possible within the actual living conduit of that which also raises through a blue dragon's veins, lightning, thunder, the pulsing, breathing storm itself. It would seem, as the storm gathers outside the cold box, that one gathers inside as well. I will not leave my brood. 2 millennia have I lain within this cold box. I will not flee. I will not leave the last of my brood. And it's strange, the twisting tide of war and the long-lasting wake it leaves. What say the drow of the surface dwellers, the lurkers, as they call them, and what say the orcs of the dragons, and say the dragons anything of the lands of men. You have pressed to the spine of the world, requested parley and received it, started a fight you couldn't win or finish, and now have stepped into and out of the ethereal plane. You found Trisiladon, faced with a fight she also could not win, but would not leave, and ragged and bruised, depleted of will and resource, you headed north, into the darkness of Trisiladon's lair, and the beginnings of the Underdark. Let's go. I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it. Okay. Let me catch up. You guys are the best. I love it. We're going in on these monks. Okay. This is so good. Yo, Root, I hope I didn't miss you. Appreciate you coming through, baby boy. For real. This is hilarious. What is Coffee Lock? Okay, I gotta get on this. No, it's just equal to your monk level? Are you kidding me? You get key equal to your monk level? So a 7th level monk only has 7 key points? That's crazy. Who knew you get Mountain Dew from Blue Peeps? A fair question. Okay, you do get him back on a short rest. Cool. Stunning Strike is just like the strongest thing in the monk's moveset, so most of the time people are just going to use it on that for sure. Coffee Lock. Wow. I've never heard of that. I like that. A monk warlock seems rowdy. Charisma, though. Interesting. Wait, what are you guys going on about? The tiniest, faintest trace of blue from the sugar turned the otherwise yellowish color. Very toxic Mountain Dew. Hey, pour me a glass. Sounds delicious. Agreed. But you don't get enough to waste on a step of the wind to redirect my soul. Okay. Azzy, I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you. I think my monk is extremely tempered. He never does patient defense or, in my mind, any of the cool shit. It's either flurry of blows or stunning strike, which are very cool. But they don't have enough hit dice. They're relying on 3 stats being dexterity, wisdom, and con. Got it. Ish. They don't mesh super well because they focus different stats. But it worked better than, say, a barbed lock. Got it. You know, it really depends, like, how, if you're rolling for stats and how you rolled, right? If it's standard array and you're trying to do a monk warlock, something's got to give, you know? And if you're a monk first, then probably it's going to be con. But if you have low con as a monk warlock, like, you dead, baby boy. I wish I could do a monk warlock multi-class because I love the 2 classes. Got it. Yeah, that is tough. Unless you get, like, a warlock based on constitution. I mean, obviously only possible with some enormous tweaking. Okay, monks need dexterity, wisdom, but luck is charisma. Right. Yeah, good point, Evie. That's hard. Hexblade might fuck you over because the armor... Dude, for sure. No. If you did that, you could not be Hexblade. Ooh, Brewbee. Excuse me, Brewbull. I very much like that idea. Very much like that idea. Interesting. How you doing, bro? How we living? Happy Wednesday. The stream is ending, but I'm happy you're here. And dropping bombs. Good on you. Like, if I were in charge of balancing for a monk, I would have key points equal to your monk level, plus wisdom modifier, plus proficiency. Got you. That might be a little ham. That might be a little ham-fisted, but it should be one of those. And honestly, you might be right. I'm not saying you're wrong. They definitely need more. I'm on board with that now. I'd keep the unarmed strike the same, except start at D6. Completely agree. Starting at D4 is insane. Now, if you do all of that and change the hit die, then that's a lot. But the monks could use some love. I agree. They do pair very well with Druid. Yeah, I think honestly the cleanest for a monk to pair with is a Druid. Brood, you still need con. Got it. A coffee lock, sorcerer lock, multi-class. I'm loving this. I'm lock and loaded. Yeah, hey, the auto mod is aggressive. And it's because I've got gentle baby boy eyes. I can't be seeing stuff like poop or shit or boned. Evie, I'm kidding. I love all that stuff. I mean, I don't love poop. But you can say boned. Charisma, okay. I see, I've never played a monk. I've never rolled one up. I've DM'd for multiple. I've never played one. So, it's hard with the coffee lock. It's hard with any build where you're like, I'll just take a bunch of short rests. Because unless the majority of the party also benefits, like druids or fighters, right? Warlocks, they're never going to rest. Like, as a druid that played with a party that did not gain anything from a short rest, very hard to get a short rest. The worst. Like, I hate that shit. Okay. But we'll see in a couple months. I love it. Marshwater is my name for the marshmallow peep wine I decided to make because Kit sent a meme and it has been an adventure. Evie, I love you. Dropped some great clips. I was in the interview with Cam on Monday, and thank you everyone who came through. That was such a hoot. Cam is such a peach. But I was in my PDF for the Between Two DMs, and I'll often jot down quotes that DMs give me because I'm just like, this is cool, or like they'll say something in the moment, I want to remember it. Oftentimes I'll like title the episode, the name of the quote. And you had one on there. I don't remember what it, like where it came from, but it basically was like, yeah, potatoes became a big deal in our campaign, and now it's fucking everything up. And I just wanted to circle back. Does that make sense? Did you say that? And if so, what is the context? Yo, Hoilepa! We're building, man. We built some cool stuff. We got some maps. Insomnia tried to spam me. It didn't work. It didn't work. I succeeded. And then we built a very cool intro from Dragon Lair into the Underdark. So we vibing, Hoilepa. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. What's going down? That's so crazy. No one, really? So Hoilepa, you've never DM'd for a monk? That's interesting. It does not take away from the 3-stat requirement. Agreed. Azzy, that's fundamentally the point. Unless you are rolling for stats and roll really well, something's going to have to give. Oh my gosh, potatoes. Vogel, you're hilarious. Vogel's like, hey, if you're brewing wine and I'm drinking wine, put me down. Vogel's like, hey, can we have some potato wine? Girl, that's vodka. All right? That's vodka. Oh my gosh. Evie, how did that come to be? Rolling potatoes specifically. Oh, it worked. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to click on it because he said it worked. And honestly, I think this one is going through. We're moving on. I am also down. Interesting. Even as a player, I've DM'd for a couple monks and like it's fun, but it can feel like they are limited in combat. And the fact they're not a D10 is weird to me. You know what I mean? All right, Insomnia. There's no points, dude. There's no points. Vogel, don't click. Nobody click. There's no points. There's no points. All right. I love you, Insomnia. I love all you guys. I got a dip. 10 points. Triple kill. Yeah, nobody go and click on Insomnia's links. All right, we did it. We came. We prepped. We did our thing. Guys, thank you so much for being patient with me as I have disappeared, had a child, abandoned sleep, and now returned to you on this lovely rainy Wednesday here in SoCal. On the real, I really do miss you. I don't like it when I can't be here. I like to spend time. I like to be able to sort of hear what's going on, plagiarize from some of your ideas, steal your maps, all that good stuff. I like knowing when Vogel has had a bunch of Pinot Grigio. These are valuable bits of information. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Mandy is streaming. We're going to raid her. All right, we're going to raid Mandy in a sec. Guys, I love y'all. You are the light of my life, digitally. And I appreciate you. Truly, coming through, supporting me. For some reason, it felt really freaky to me. I was like, is anyone going to go? I felt it'd be really bad if I disappeared for a month. And you guys have been rad. You guys have been so rad. The baby is awesome, man. Oh my gosh. Insomnia. How dare you redeem karaoke? On my way out the door? On my way out the damn door. I love you. All right. It'll happen. The baby's incredible. The baby is beautiful. His name's Waylon. Dude, he's so intense. He's like very much my wife and I's son. Like patient like her, intense like me. I can't wait to like really get to know him, you know? But I'll tell you who really has been incredible. And like it's the real MVP is my wife, who's like a superhuman, and it's insane. But the backup MVP is my sweet dog, Marlos. Yes. Sergeant Slink, Don Quixote, Mr. Marley himself. A lot of people were like, dude, what's going to go on? You got a dog, you have a baby. Is that going to be okay? And man, the first night we brought Waylon home, it's like 2:48 a.m. We're like stumbling into the living room. There's poop all over the place. Hand me the bag, move the thing. And Marley comes tearing out of the bedroom. Like, just tail swishing, like all business. Like, what's up? What's going on? He pushes through my legs to where we have Waylon on the couch. And he just sticks all the way over. Smells Waylon's head. And then licks his head. And then turns and sits with his back to us facing out. Like, do what you got to do. I'll keep a lookout. Man, and he's done that pretty much every single time Waylon cries. Like, Waylon will cry and Marley will come over and then look at us like, are you going to do something or should I? Like, he is 100% positive that he is the father. He's incorrect. I am the father. But man, it's been heartwarming. He's such a peach. You know what I mean? He's such a peach. I love you guys. Thank you for being sweet. Thank you for asking as well. The baby's so good, man. Anyone that like wants to have children, I hope that you do. Because it has been unbelievably incredible, humbling, perspective shifting, challenging, magical, and it's been 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Anyway. Dude, you need to figure out how to send all of us some tea. I want some honey mead is what I want. Oh my gosh, Vogel, I will. Guys, I will drop some Marley pics into the artwork Discord. I promise you. Kids really do rock. My own little adventuring party, bro. How dare you? Can't wait. Me the bard, them the rogue, my wife the cleric. This is gonna work. Okay. Insomnia. Let me think about this. Let me find a song that works for this moment. I have like a mild cold, but I don't care. By the way, when we did that Aladdin karaoke, I listened to playback. Dude, Cam crushed that. He sang Jasmine, and he sang it up here. Like, it was ridiculous. He crushed that. I was very impressed. I was like, bro. Huh. Okay, I got one. This one's for Waylon. Oh my God, this is a good one. Okay, let me turn on the mic so I don't blow you guys out. I love you guys. Again, if you hate country music, take this up with Insomnia, bro. Are you kidding me? In a heartbeat. I shot in Ohio 2 years ago, and I had this thought. I was like, if I shot it, is that Safe Flight spot? Next time I shoot on the East Coast, I'm a holla. I'm a holla balla. You know what I mean? Good try. Good try, Insomnia. Not going to click it, and neither should you. Negative 10 points deducted. Okay, we're going to do a karaoke, and then we're going to raid Mandy, and then I'm going to go kiss my wife and change this baby's diaper. So that is the sequencing. What is the name of the song? Okay, great. I want to know if anyone has ever heard this song before. I hope not. Okay. Here we go. With no further ado, and with everything on the line, I give to you. Oh my gosh, RIP, this guy actually passed away not long ago. His politics were a little but he could sing. Man, this is so good. I bet you never heard old Marshall Dillon say, Miss Kitty, have you ever thought of running away? Settling down, would you marry me? If I asked you twice and begged you pretty please, she'd have said yes in New York a minute. Never tied the knot, heart wasn't in it. He stole a kiss as he rode away. Never hung his hat up at Kitty's place. I should have been a cowboy. It's for my son. Should have learned to rope and ride. Wearing my 6-shooter, riding my pony on a cattle drive. Stealing a young girl's heart. Not too young. Just like Gene and Roy, singing those campfire songs. Oh, I should have been a cowboy. Yes, I might have had a sidekick with a funny name, running wild through the hills, chasing Jesse James, ending up at the brink of danger, riding shotgun for the Texas Rangers. Go west, young man, haven't you been told? California's full of whiskey, women and gold. Now let me just pause, because this whole time, the past like 8 lines, I've been trying to figure out how to make this about Red Dead Redemption. And I can't figure it out. So let's just go back. I've never done this, but it's pissing me off. I can't figure this out. Here we go. Sleeping out all night beneath the desert stars. I went forward with a dream in my and a prayer in my heart. Should have been a cowboy. Should have learned to rope and ride. Here we go. I'd be looking for my character, tracking him down for a hog a tie. Stealing a young girl's heart. I got it in. Come on. Just like Gene and Roy, singing those campfire songs. Oh, I should have been a cowboy. This is a hard one. 8-bar instrumental. An 8-bar instrumental. Look, I go for it here, guys. The .co.uk is ridiculous. I should have been a cowboy. I should have learned to rope and ride. I'd be wearing my 6-shooter, riding my pony on a cattle drive, stealing a young girl's heart. Just like Gene and Roy, singing those campfire songs. Oh, I should have been a cowboy. Yeah, I should have been a cowboy. I should have been a cowboy. Let's go. Was it my best work? No. But was it work? Also no. Because I enjoyed every second of it. Okay, clearly I need to like brush up on some of these songs. Because I'm better than this. In the reality, this is not an excuse. This is the reality. How many people do you see singing seated? The answer? Fucking nobody. Right? We got to figure that out. Because I'll be damned if a classically trained bro, such as myself, not a classically trained singer, just a classically trained bro, is not going to engage his full diaphragm. I need music and notes. Agreed. Oh my God. I love you. Does it? I know. Vogel, do you? I guess I never have. It's the compression that I'm feeling. Like, I never really feel short of breath. But you know what? Maybe it's just me, like, kind of being out of shape with singing stuff. Let's call it what it is. Okay, keep those redeems coming. Except for right now, because I'm going to raid Mandy. I love you guys. For real. Vogel, Insomnia, Evie, Azzy, Hoylepa, Kits, Fuzka, Root, Rad Trill. I'm doing it from memory. I'm not even looking. I think I got everybody. Well, if I missed and I forgot, I love you. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. If you don't, who will? The answer, me. Let's see. I'll be here on Monday streaming prep. And guys, if you have someone that I should interview on Between Two DMs, and especially if that person is Kits, like, message me, all right? Drop it in the Discord. Let me know, because I need some more guests. And last but not least, well, second but last but not least, I love you. Last but not least, I will drop some Wayland picks in the Discord. Okay. This has been real. Tell Mandy what up. I am out of here. Goodbye. Goodbye. Peace. Peace.